Just a heads up, the following beautiful story may include scat chat.
Poop.
Gouda, feta, chèvre, fromage. Gouda, feta, chèvre, fromage. Gouda, feta, chèvre, fromage. Eye of newt.
Dead man's toe.
Virgin blood.
Chicken nugget. 10-pack?
Nah, make it 20.
Summoning a demon? You dumb bitches. Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Lucy-Furr, with the talking stick. That's right. And now I'm going to hand the talking stick to Nery. It's Nery.
Why is the stick so short? You trying to say something?
It's not about size. It's about how you use it. And pass the talking stick on to the producer. No more talking stick. This bitch just eats everything. You need to feed her at home.
I hunger.
I hunger.
I should be living in the woods for 2 weeks. That's nothing to do with me.
No. So like microphones are basically the whole concept of a talking stick.
Yeah.
At a club, you have a microphone, you have the talking stick. At karaoke, you hand it to someone else, they have the talking stick.
That's true.
That's fun.
But it's a bit different in this respect because we all talk at the same time, so everyone has a talking stick.
What do you mean? We have one microphone between us. We're poor.
We all just sit around the one microphone real close to each other.
Like penguins. And
Breathing on each other.
We breathe in each other's breath, and that makes me feel
It's like when
sick.
someone breathes it like down your neck.
That's feral.
That's
I
gross.
hate when you can hear people breathing. It's like, don't breathe near me. Just be dead.
Gonna give a quick PSA if you hear disgusting sniffles. I think I have a sinus infection, so yay.
Good job. But if you're making me sick, I'm gonna break
No,
your face.
it's infection. I was sick, I'm fine, and now the sinus itself is infected.
But if I get
You're not gonna
infected,
get
I'm a
sick.
kill.
You can't
I'm gonna infect
catch
you with
my
death.
sinus infected.
I'll infect you with a fatal case of
Unless you want
dying.
to shove your tongue up my nose, I'm pretty sure you're fine.
That's never off the table. It's like you don't even know me.
I mean, are you offering?
Speaking of gross fluids, I have such a story for you guys today. It's not even funny. So
So we can't laugh.
you can laugh and you're gonna laugh because it's fucked up. Today we're getting in the time machine and we're going all the way back to 2008, 2009.
Fair enough.
Ooh, high school era. So, back in school, I had a weird group of friends, as you always do. And we accidentally skipped school one day.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Okay, accidentally.
I'm not admitting to crimes on a podcast. We accidentally missed school one day. We're just late. The gates were locked, so we went and hung out at the park instead.
And you know once the gates are locked, there's nowhere you can get in.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. No front desk or nothing.
I get it.
Jail's jail. So we all go to the park. If you're local to the Shoalhaven area, it's the Marriott Park. So it used to have a big spiral slide.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
once
know
upon a
that.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
That was
And
before my time.
It was probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 meters high,
I moved
maybe longer.
Bigger.
Bigger.
here in like 2008. So
It would have looked bigger to me.
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking about it. It was like 2 stories high, but now it's probably just like a human height.
Like you probably touched the top with your hand. Like,
No, but it was a really tall slide. And we hung out at the park for a few hours. We were on the swings. We did all the stuff, blah, 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 whatever. So there was myself, a guy friend, a couple, and then a stray female.
she's everyone's plus one.
a stray female.
Everyone's her plus one.
And so we're like, we were doing the photos. We would get on the swing and take photos. I don't know. It was soups cringe. But let me get to
It was
that.
2008 cringe.
Yeah, it was 2008 cringe. Very raw, very fucking hit him with your car. So we all one by one are going down the slide. So I went first. It's fine. And then the last person ran up to the top and I took the camera. So I was taking the photo of the stray female come down. That was cool. And then the guy came down. That was all good. And then the couple comes down for a cute photo moment. So like she's like in between his legs and they're sliding down together. And I'm just like, ugh, okay. In the moment, it was great. They get about halfway down the slide and he starts to tickle her.
Oh, no.
And she's like, please, don't tickle me, don't tickle me. And then she just went dead quiet. And the people sitting at the bottom of the slide are like, wow, she just stopped screaming.
Oh, no.
And then so they get down to the bottom of the slide and she looked pale as fuck. And she...
Oh, I thought she fell off the side.
No, I think I know exactly
and
what
she
happened.
gets off the slide and runs off into the distance. And he's like, what the fuck? So he had tickled her and she had shat
Oh, no.
and smeared.
Oh, no.
Because she was in a skirt, it went on the as
slide.
she was going down. It was oozing out.
Oh, no.
That wasn't even a little.
A lot.
It wasn't even a little bit of a
Probably her body's weight's worth of
doo-doo.
hot chocolate.
She had been holding
Fudge
that in.
puddles.
Oh, no.
Muddy puddles everywhere. So she went down, and because he's sitting behind her, he's like smearing it, and so it's all up the back of him.
No.
She's run off in shame with shit all down her legs. I'm like, do I snap the photo?
I hope he did.
So when I did snap the photo, it's just him sitting there with shit all over his lap and legs,
no.
all up his legs, all over his shoes, and this poor girl's run off to the toilet block, and the stray female went with her.
Yeah.
As you do. As the stray female, you look out for
And
the other
I'm
females.
standing there with boy number one and boyfriend.
And shit pants.
Yeah, the boyfriend covered in shit, and we're all like. And there were no words exchanged. It was probably the longest 10-minute conversation with no words that I'd ever had with any other people.
Oh, my God.
And we're like,
What do we do?
so he sacrificed his own school jacket to like wrap around his body.
Was it like...
It was a lot.
See, that's what you get for skipping school.
A lot.
So she's obviously in like gastronomical distress.
Yeah, like it was not cute. Like
She'd already been holding that in since that morning. Yeah. Poor
and
girl.
he tickled it out of her halfway down a fucking slide.
Did they break up?
So
They're still together now.
what happened, you may ask? So she moved schools.
Oh,
she left the state the next
Fair.
week.
How do you
She
not?
left?
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, they bump into each other. She came back to visit family or whatever.
Remember that time you
And
shit
now
your
they're
pants?
engaged.
Really?
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Look, if you can survive someone
A
shitting their
wedding
pants
gift,
against
you
you.
need to give her diapers. Just as a ha-ha.
Look,
I would never
So
let her
obviously they really liked each other, but that mortified her to no end.
Shit,
you would
yeah.
be mortified. You would.
You would leave the planet.
But you could never win an argument like that. She could be like, blah, 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 and you'd be like, remember that time you shit your pants?
all over me.
But she didn't even have pants.
Oh,
she was
you
in a
shit
skirt.
yourself?
You shit on the slide
On me?
everywhere. And then we're like, how does one clean it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's shit on 20 meters of a 40-meter slide.
That's why they tore it
let's
down.
Not forget your teenagers, like your
Yeah.
children.
So we're like,
Well, that's exactly the reason she probably... Because that would have gone
it was above my pay grade.
No, but that like the rumor of her doing
Would have gone through the
would have
whole
gone through the school. Like,
would have been
whole
calling
line.
her shit skirt Sally.
Because there was
like-
only the 4 or 5 of us. We all went to the toilet block and were kind of talking through the wall, being like, "Are you alive? Like,
Okay,
was that
girl.
a death poo? Like, did you evacuate everything?" Because I've never seen so much poo in my life.
If it was a death poo, I'd be more concerned about the fact that she then ran immediately after, like
Could you
a dead
imagine
body
if it was
running?
just a corpse?
a corpse running away.
She's just like it's her last
So
gas that
embarrassed.
she runs with.
Rigor mortis is crazy.
That's wild.
Last nerves. I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, so that was a bit horrific for
and
her.
he probably went up there thinking, "Oh, we're going to be super cute up here. I'm going to tickle her. She's going to laugh all the way down. It'll be great."
It'll be adorable. No.
And she's like, stop. And then just the dead silence. I'm like,
Yeah.
you poor bitch.
What?
And you would have imagined it would have made a sound. He would have been up there with her going, "What the?"
No, but he didn't know until she'd run off.
Oh,
and
really?
He like went to get up and there was mud all over him.
Yeah, okay.
Because she just stopped. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obviously he stopped tickling because she wasn't reacting.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was going to go a slightly different way. I thought it was
she was
going to be
going-
bodily function. Like, I thought she was either going to piss herself and had pissed down the slide.
Worse.
Or like her tampon popped out or something. You know what I mean?
So we pulled out as much of the public toilet paper as we could, and we're like, how do we even because no one's gonna slide down the slide to wipe
No,
it.
God, no.
So we
No.
wiped what we could on the first 1-2 loop,
so that people
Okay.
can't see that it's dirty and then
and
they
then
go
we're
down
like,
this dirty
who do you even contact?
Hey, I would
Is
love
it
to.
council?
Anonymous council tip. Somebody shat on the slide.
Yeah, they'd have to bring somebody out to clean because it is council property.
Yeah.
But teenagers don't know that.
No,
As
God,
a
no.
teenager,
No,
I didn't
no,
know
no.
council was a thing.
No.
And let's face it,
Are
it's
they?
not a very active council.
Especially
so
back then.
we left it. So
Oh,
who
yeah, of
knows
course.
whatever the fuck happened, but there was so much.
There's a reason it got torn down, and I'm guessing that's probably has something to do with it.
I think, and that's
this
that's
day.
a statement to how good a friend that me and these others are, that we cleaned her poop off a majority
wild.
of
A slide.
the slide.
I would
Yeah.
not have done that.
That's
It was
love.
wild. I just felt terrible for her.
Oh, of
You
course.
would. I mean, look, I haven't had
I say this, I was laughing the whole time. Fuck.
I haven't had the same thing, but I can imagine how mortified. The worst I've had is that I went to a supernova in a corset with a UTI that I didn't know I had.
Wow.
And so I'm there the whole day. I'm constantly having to rush back to the bathroom and struggle to pee because corset, leather jacket, pants, all that sort of stuff. I was cosplayed as the Crow.
That's brutal.
And we caught a train up there, obviously, and we caught a train home. Now, the embarrassing thing happened on the train home when I'm sitting there and the train does not have toilets.
I think I'd rather shit
After
in
a
my hands and
certain
clap
point-
than use a train toilet, to be honest.
To be fair, yes, but at that point, I was to the point where I was peeing every couple of minutes, and you only get a little bit out. I don't know if you've ever had a UTI, but it's like Bernie, you get a little bit out, and it's
Just
not
use
enough,
your
and you constantly need
your
piss.
courtesy cork and just
It was fucked. So there were
Catheterise
no
with a drink
toilets.
bottle.
I was holding it as best I could, but then I felt wet. I'd pissed myself on the train.
if it's any consolation, you're not the only one, and you won't ever only be the only one to piss themselves on the
You
train.
did it because you had a UTI, not because you were on
But I didn't know I had a
hardcore
UTI.
drugs or something.
I didn't know. I just all of a sudden I'm constantly peeing and I piss myself on the train, and then I had to put my jacket around my waist. And
Were you with anyone?
I was with people. I'm pretty sure Connie was at that one with me. Actually, yeah.
Paul.
She didn't tell that
Connie
story
went
the
with me.
last time.
Luckily.
Yeah, it was fucked. And the worst part about it all is that I had to drink cranberry juice.
That's so gross.
Yeah, the
Whoever
cranberry juice.
invented cranberries needs a kick in the
Fuck
head.
off.
God.
So yeah, I can understand the mortification because the last thing I wanted was anyone to notice that I'd pissed myself.
Yeah.
Imagine making mud puddles halfway down a slide and gravity's against you.
Do they listen to the podcast?
On your boyfriend.
No, but I'm going to
Okay.
send them this episode.
I probably
and
shouldn't
they're
be
both
laughing
going to
as-
get a divorce.
before they even get married.
Yeah.
Imagine they just forgot about. You can't forget something.
Wedding
like
gift,
you never forget
divorce
that.
papers. Slay.
that. Yeah, but smeared in shit.
Oh, imagine. Who covered
No,
divorce
please
papers.
no.
All right. So,
wild.
that's my
thought
story for the day.
when you were talking about, I thought no one heard from her because she fell off the side of the slide and hit her head or something on the way down.
Imagine if this was like a hiding a dead body situation.
I
Well,
just
I didn't think
expected-
dead. I thought unconscious.
Best case scenario.
I
just
prefer to be
expected,
unconscious than fucking shit down the slide.
I
Sorry.
just expected to hear the story going there was silence and then all we saw was yellow liquid drips from the bottom of the slide before the people came
just
out.
think
That's what I
it's
was
so
thinking. I was
fucked
oh,
up
or a
that
tampon slide out. And there's
Gravity was against them. They couldn't stop.
No.
He didn't know. She couldn't talk because it was happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
when
there
it's
was
happening,
so
it's happening.
Poor girl.
Man.
Poor darling.
I don't think I've ever lost.
Probably should have given a heads up about Scat Chat. Hey.
I don't think I've ever.
Probably.
I don't think I've ever lost control of my bows that way.
All right. So moving on,
Yes.
we have a recurring new old segment. So in the past, we've read Reddit stories and they were a bit fun. But now, to make it blind for all three of us, we have enlisted Connie, the fucked up squid herself, to give us dreaded Reddit. And she has sent in horrifically shocking Reddit stories.
Nice.
Connie approved. Dumb bitch tested. Connie approved.
Well,
Wait, shouldn't it be
dumb
Connie
bitch
approved?
reacted
Dumb
straight
bitch
away.
No.
Connie approved. Dumb bitch tested.
No, the other way around.
But it's not dumb bitch tested yet. We haven't
We're about
read
to
it.
test it.
We're gonna test it.
But
We're
also,
gonna cry.
If you have your own Reddit stories, whether your own or one you've read and you think we'd like or we should read
Send
out,
them in.
definitely to our
you
email.
might hear them.
You may just. But here we go.
And also, if you have your own stories, still send them in. Like our old friend, boyfriend at the football game or concert. It was concert.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Or
yes.
wedding letter.
Wedding,
Anyone.
yeah.
Send us in. We love
Classics.
it. We love to hear your story.
We'd love to embarrass you on air. What?
Well, they have fake names. It's fine.
True.
Plot twist. They don't. We just doxed everyone for their embarrassing stories.
And this is their address.
And
this was their date of birth.
the bank pin.
Like their bank
their
details.
The pin number. All right, here we go. Seatbelts on.
I don't think I would know my PIN number. I haven't
ATM
used it in
machine.
so long.
I need the machine in front of me to do the pattern.
Okay, yeah.
Fair.
I don't do numbers. I'm dyslexic.
Sorry, continue.
All right, here we go. Seatbelts on.
They are buckled.
Wait, hold on.
I thought we were so ready for this.
All right, I'm just going to read what she's sent. There's no title, so that's why I was confused.
Okay.
If I decide to stare, it's usually with a, yeah, what the fuck are you going to do about it look. I'm about 6'7", so even when I'm just trying to be friendly, i.e. not farting on a stranger kid's head, and meeting a family member's or friend's kid for the first time, I've noticed they get very hide between their mother's legs, intimidated on sight. If I'm not sitting down. So it's not hard for me to silence or intimidate children, especially when I'm trying to.
What?
However,
Weird flex, but okay.
a few times I've been called out. One time I was pretty drunk with a friend at Target buying Risk. And no, we never finished playing the whole game.
I don't think anyone has, if that helps.
This little Mexican,
Wow.
Was it you?
Probably.
5 to 7 years old with a mohawk, was being an insufferable little shit
I had my mohawk at 20, so it wasn't
Okay.
me.
in the action figure section. I heard him from like 5 aisles over and it was like nails on a chalkboard. I tell my friend, I'm going to fight on that kid's head. Watch and learn. I saunter over to the aisle in question and see the vile little prick calling his mum an idiot for not buying him a huge G.I. Joe, the movie vehicle, which pissed me off even more considering how awful this movie was. Buy some good toys, damn it. I already brought that one for you and you broke it by throwing it down the stairs. Shut up. I need it. It's the only one I don't have. The mother was younger than me. I'm in my mid-20s, FYI. And she gave a defeated look. I don't have enough money for it right now. You're an idiot, the kid continued, just to berate and publicly shame his mum. At the time, I was on a strict Chipotle Canitas burrito diet. And while I was watching all of this, my stomach gave me an initial warning gurgle. Very courteous stomach, telling me I was about an hour away from punishing the toilet. Serendipity, destiny.
He's going to shit on this kid.
This is a very scatty fucking
Very
podcast.
poo-filled episode. All right. I inch a bit closer to my prey, inspecting some wrestling toys and pondering the weird homoeroticness of the whole sport in general. The kid shouts, "Fuck you, I hate you." The mum rolls her eyes and turns her back to the kid, ignoring him. I could. You believe it. The kid gets on his hands and knees and starts taking the toy out of the box. It's go time, motherfucker. I position my back towards him, and at this point, I'm like 2 feet away from him. His head is down, getting frustrated with those goddamn twisty things that hold the toy in the box. And I go for the kill. I bend down. I reach for one of the toys on the lower shelf. At this point, my ass is inches away from this kid's head.
What the fuck?
Now, generally speaking, the best way to go about this is to act casual. Drop your belly bomb and walk away. I usually go one aisle over and listen to the reaction. However, today I couldn't help myself. I have head tilted back looking at this kid out of the corner of my eye to ensure accuracy. I'm so close that from a distance it looks like I'm about to sit on him. My friend sees this happening and can no longer contain himself. He's covering his mouth and hee-haw, hyperventilating donkey. Weird. This person's a talker, that's for sure.
They're painting a picture.
Yep, and it's working. There's 90s pop music playing over the loudspeakers. The kid immediately looks up towards the laughter, but can't help but notice there's an ass now directly in his face. Now I'm trying not to laugh, but also panicking as I just made eye contact with him. He furrows his brows. I look over in the mother's direction, still back towards us. I relish in this moment. The look on the child's face is confused and naive. The initial blast was mighty and boisterous. I swear I saw his hair blowing in the wind. So if I wasn't wearing jeans, I think I could have probably blown over an empty soda can. I would call it a very fun fart. A+, would buy again. However, what immediately followed that out of the chamber was truly horrifying.
Oh, no.
The fart's implication changed without notice and swiftly.
He shit on the kid.
It went from a joyous, dry air horn squeal to a nefarious, hissing metaphys. I think the little moppet noticed the hateful metamorphosis before I did, because he wrenched his neck violently, trying to get away from the personification of evil being fumigated into his soul. Because of his positioning, hovering over the toilet, hands and knee, it was all in vain.
So it's like his body thought he was sitting on the toilet.
As the only way out was forward, and forward would mean certain death. I had positioned myself well on the higher ground, free to escape or relent at any time, and had the poor boy immobilized. Biding his time until the cruel attack was over, obviously this child needed to reread. I don't even know what that is. Next. In total, it lasted about 4 seconds, but for that kid, it must have seemed like time had frozen. The long-term severe brain damage, which he no doubt suffered, only added to the effect. When I finished with my business, forcing a little boy to huff my farts, there was a silent, pregnant pause. The kid was clearly shocked and stunned. No one had ever stood up to this dwarf sociopath in his whole life. I had taken the words out of his mouth and filled it with fart. Make my move first, picking up the toy that I reached for on the lower shelf, take a few steps and stare at it for a few seconds. The only thing the kid could manage to do was burst into tears. My friend senses danger and the jig is up. His head darts for cover. The mum turns around and sees the kid with the open toy crying on the floor and me minding my own business. She walks up to him, asks him what's wrong, but the kid can't speak. All he gets out is, fart. It took every fiber in my body not to laugh. I put the toy back and I scuttle off around the corner and make my exit. Sensing his assailant was getting away scot-free, he somehow managed to compose himself to tell his mum he farted on me. I could feel him pointing at me, but continued to act like I was browsing. Excuse me, sir, the mum said. Oh, me? Yes, you. Did you just fart on my son? Weighing my options, I played dumb. What? I mean, I did fart on my son? At this point, the kid has the look of, oh my God, this person. We laugh in the car ride on the way home. With the slight hint of seriousness in his tone, my friend asked me, do you do that a lot? Not that much. Like every 6 months or so. We both knew I was lying. We both got a giggle out of it. We got home. We played Risk with our other 4 friends till 3 a.m. while drinking scotch. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good day.
So,
Fair enough.
one, How did the mum not hear the kid opening the toy?
I don't think she cared.
Yeah, I think she was
not
past
hear
the point. Yeah, I would hear the fart. That would be funny.
She's probably, I don't know, she's probably ignoring him, ignoring the whole situation.
Oh my God, that was really long. I apologize, guys.
That's okay.
That was bonkers. And
was
all the
insane.
words, I cut like so much out on the fly. But
Yeah.
scat chat.
Is a bit of a shitbag for farting on kids, but at the
That's
same
a
time,
bit
it's pretty
wild.
funny.
But that kid.
Sometimes
okay,
karma needs
Oh,
a
that
nudge.
kid was a
Yes.
pain in the ass. And that mother needs to...
farting directly on the child, a bit fucked. But
Pink eye, here we come.
to be fair, that kid was fucked. He said, "Fuck you, mom." Like,
I hate you.
I hate you.
I bet she's a gentle parenter too. You know what I mean?
Sucks to suck.
I think they deserved
I don't think he deserved to be
some of
almost
what
shit on
happened,
though.
but the positioning was a lot.
Yeah.
Like
Like you could have farted in the kid's,
general
direction. but not like in his fucking...
crop dust those fuckers and
face.
leave, right?
I'm pretty sure he got poo particles on him.
I really thought that he was going to shit on this kid.
Yeah, me too.
By the way that like the part where it changed, I was like, oh no, he shat his pants.
The most wild thing is that my story, like, that was the first time reading through that. I didn't know it was going to have anything to do with poo. So conveniently enough, poop and poop. This is the poop episode.
I think
This is the shittest episode yet.
the way I pictured it when it's changed, I'm like, oh no, it's going to be a fucking episode in South Park where they're playing World of Warcraft and Cartman just shits on the chair.
South Park is crazy.
Yeah.
But that does bring us to the end of our episode. Goodbye, everybody. See you
Bye.
next time. Don't shoot yourself.